with B-Bad and Brandon.
Get around it. Buy the shorts. Click the link.
Buy the shorts,
Buy the
buy the
shirt.
shirts, buy the merch.
Oh, here we go. See, I got the new pair. Shameless
Hey,
plug for Kevy. This is his latest.
bro, you make some
Like,
really good stuff, eh?
I love it. I love it. Stretchy. That's all that's all I wear. It's my coaching shorts now.
Yeah,
Fucking
they're so
greatest.
good.
Yep. It's almost like he lifts weights and he knows what's comfortable for people who lift weights.
Who would have thought?
Big statement.
Mate, how
I've
have you
made it
been?
though.
It's been a minute.
Too many minutes. Too many minutes. I've missed you.
I've
Been
missed you.
saddened
I haven't
with
seen you since Pro Raw.
our time together. There's been Pro Raw, which is good, and then figured this was the Pro Raw recap.
Well, there's a lot to recap because we've had Pro Raw, and then we had that WRPF meet, and then there's been a bit of a shitstorm.
I wanted to ask you about that because I saw the aftermath of a lot of shit being reshared, but I never saw why people were doing it.
Okay, I reckon
Do
we
you
go
know
through
why?
this.
Because I
Yeah,
messaged someone and no one fucking replied to me. I was like, "You've tagged all these people, but fucking, I know something's happened. But what's happened?"
So I reckon let's go through this chronologically. We'll start with
Yep.
Pro Raw. We'll
Pro
make
Raw.
our way through. You know, there's been other things happen, and then we can talk about that. But let's recap. What do you think of Pro Raw this year?
I think. What do I think? We had a good comp. For lifting, I think as a competition experience, I want more. That's what I
Yes,
want. I want more. I want more out of a pro invite comp.
100%. I couldn't agree more.
That's what I want. And I'll tell you this, which I thought was really cool. One of the refs reached out to me and said, "What feedback do you have on the event?"
Yeah, yep. Same to me. Loved it.
Which was sick. Which I was like, you know what? That's a really fucking great move. I love it. These guys actually, I mean, I'm sure we would realize this already, but give a shit about their event. Wanted
Yep.
genuine feedback, and I even said that I was like, "How far you want me to go with this?" Like, and then when I wrote the feedback, I was like, you know, he's asked for the stuff, and you know,
Gotta be
but don't
honest.
forget, but then also don't forget to tell them what was awesome too. Like don't be that idiot who just like bags on an event because they're like, oh, you got a chance, and you just keyboard warrior yourself at the thing. So I thought that was sick. I really loved that, and I think if I can recall my feedback, I'll happily make it public. First thing, I started off with how good it was and how appreciative I was of the event because particularly as a meet director and organizer, an understanding of how much these things cost to actually physically run, the fact that they can still front up with prize money on the weekend.
Yep.
I didn't really see what the men got paid, but I think Belinda got second. She got 1,000. I think Alicia got 2,000. So that's $3,000 per
Gun.
podium. So
Yep.
that's what was there? 4 different female divisions.
Yeah, something
So that's
like there's 4.
12.
Yeah.
That's $12,000. There's another 12,000, maybe more for the. I assume it was the same. $12,000. So that's $24,000 in physical cash just given out of back or someone's back pocket. Which I know what I mean, at my state competition for Kappa, I think I did the budget the other day. It'll probably cost, I think it was like $16,000 to $20,000 to run my state meet, and we're not giving away a penny. So I was like, fuck man, like the first thing is like how you guys do that is extraordinary. And then I think I said something about I get why maybe potentially some of the decisions are made based off the fact things are so expensive. AE, it's still in a gym, not in a venue anymore. But then I also said, look, you've got to look externally what everyone else does with an invite comp, and everyone is in venues. It is a fucking event, and if you want to be considered like that, you need to do that. Otherwise, whoever else is running pro meets like that, if you're a business and you're a lifter making a business decision, do I want to go this one or that one? You're just going to go to the shinier one, right?
Yep.
So my fear would be for Pro Raw, if they don't act upon that, then they'll be in a competition against something like a Zero Pro or whether someone else pops up. Or you look internationally, like fuck, it's affordable to get overseas, or reasonably affordable. Like look at Ghost Clash or any of the other pro meets. Like If it's like, do I go to, and look, fuck, to go to Melbourne still costs a few grand. Like, fucking maybe spend a few more grand and that gets you to Miami instead.
100%.
Of course,
And
you got to make and be invited to the comp, but yeah, I think that's. Oh, I know it was Brando. I think that was it. I said the spotting loading was awesome. The weights and stuff there that the guys have got to grab, and
yeah.
they all do it so consistently well as a
Mhm.
team is extraordinary. I think I said the speed of the comp was fast. However, I don't like breaks. So like when
Yes.
they were moving the comp, it was quick. Like loading was quick. The whole thing was quick, but there was breaks.
Yeah.
I think as a person trying to watch, as a lifter, I get you want the break. Like, yeah, I want a
Yeah.
break. I want to sit around and be my best. But like, this is a spectator sport.
Or we're trying to
People,
make it that.
yeah, we're trying to make it one. Like,
Mm.
no one's going to sit in an audience for 30 minutes
And
and
chill.
not do anything unless you want to provide entertainment. I mean, fuck, out there thinking if you're going to do that, you need to provide entertainment for them. Because then that's what actually gets you spectators at the event. Otherwise, it fucking sucks.
100%.
The energy out of that room disappeared when that happened. I thought,
Yeah.
like, you know, the bench itself, a bench generally at a powerlifting comp is slow. The last thing you do is put a break into it,
No, I couldn't agree more.
and that slows the event down. So that I didn't like as a spectator. I mean, as a lifter,
No.
fuck, it was great for our guys. It means they had some time out, but
But I think
you
like
can't do that.
I, th- I think I had to reiterate everything you said. I couldn't agree more. I thought it was still a really good event. The general running of it was fine.
Mm.
I thought the only thing is like to add on to the breaks part.
Mm.
10 minutes for the big boys in between each round, like
Oh, just
that's a bit of a joke. Like I
but,
understand they're big boys, they need a bit of time, but like
but
it
fuck
puts
them.
everyone else at a disadvantage. And you know
Yeah.
what? Every other rule book says maximum 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. And then even
So
and fuck it, they say at the start of the thing there's no rule book, and that might be a discussion point for later.
yeah, but it's
If
like
you
that
know it's
adds an
going to
extra
be,
hour to the day.
yeah, if you're concerned as a meet director, like it's going to be a fast comp, you have everyone or should have everyone's email address. You send them an email 3 or 4 weeks out and say, hey, guess what? These are the flights. We're not running breaks. It's going to be quick.
Yeah,
Be prepared. And then as a lifter, you then know you train fucking 3-minute timer breaks, 4 or 5, whatever you want to do, and you're happy days.
100%.
That would be good.
But I couldn't
Yeah,
agree more. I think from a pro perspective, like the quality of lifting is still there.
yeah, it's lovely. There's some
It's
strong fuckers.
but I don't know if you can call it a pro event when you're running out of a gym, and then there's these other meets that are making it an event, making it a
Yeah.
spectacle, a
Oh yeah.
spectacle. Like even the nationals, like this is supposed to be an international level comp. We have our
Mhm.
nationals and events, yet this is still run out of gym. But again, I'm not the meet director. I don't understand that financial side. You'll
Yep.
obviously have a lot more insight into that.
Yep.
But as a spectator, as a coach who wants to see Pro Raw still continue on into the future,
Mm.
I think bring it back to somewhere maybe more in the center of Melbourne. Again, costs go up,
Yep.
but how many more people would you attract?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
And look,
how
you
much?
can, as a financial side of things, with preparation, you can work ways into doing it. But I say
Mm.
that with caution because when I run a meet, I'm not giving away $20,000 in income.
Yes, yes.
But that just scares me, the idea of that. Like we give
Mm.
away, which I think's good. We give away $1,000 of accommodation at Capo Nats for at
Yeah.
states to go towards Nats. But even that, like fuck, I've got to put it in the budget. You're fucking manipulating the monies, and they're doing it 20 more times.
Mm.
But you're right. If you put it in a big event, a big space, I think more people coming.
But then I think you could also charge a bit more of a premium price if you have the people entering sleeves and stuff to register.
Yep.
The other thing I like it grinds my gears is the $25 coaches entry fee.
Yeah, I'm a bit on the fence. I don't like that. I think
I don't
if
like
you're
that. Like,
and if you feel like as a meet director you need more money for it, like put it into the
mm,
cost of the lifter. Like
yeah,
that's how we do
100%.
it. That's how we do it.
Yeah,
Like coach handle, you'll be allowed one coach handler. I think that's a standard in my opinion. Every comp you go to, they should be allowed straight through. Names registered
mm,
when you enter the thing. Financially, when you think about it, most coaches have more than one athlete. So you're not actually giving away like for like entries. So if you got 100
yeah,
lifters, you're not giving away 100 free entries. You're giving away maybe 50. A lot of coaches have a lot of athletes. Like, you don't need to stress, but if you're worried about the money, build it into the cost of the ticket.
Yes. And then also, if you want another handler or something,
Yep.
then you can definitely
Yeah.
add on a cost to that. I
Add an
would
additional,
100% be
yeah.
okay with that. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think charging $25 per day just to do your job is just not, I don't know, for a
No,
pro event.
no. I think it's
No.
discouraging, bro. I think
But
that's
I think for a positive, I actually thought, I'd love to hear your thought, that the reffing was pretty decent. I thought there was a bit of
Oh dear.
I
We're
thought there was
gonna
a bit of a
disagree.
change. There was definitely calls I wouldn't there's definitely calls I don't think were right, but
Yep.
across the whole 4 days,
Yep.
again looking at every 4 day, it's been one of the better pro Raws.
Yeah, look,
There
I'll
was
ask a
a
few
lot of
questions.
reds.
I'll ask some. Yeah, but from the same person
Oh really?
most of the time, and from what I watched.
Mm.
So I'll say most of the time. I was, for anyone at home, I was there for 2 days, really hyper focused on the two people I was looking after. Didn't really pay
Yeah.
attention to most of the events. So
Okay.
don't be like,
Yeah.
oh, they were from everyone. I don't know. However, I will say most of the time it's from the same person. All right.
Right.
So
Okay.
when it's most of the time from the same person, this is my opinion, right? That
Yep.
means when you go to a meet as a referee, there's no standard set. There's
Mhm.
no conversation between referees to say this is the standard we're going to keep. Because if this is the standard we're going to keep, everyone should be reasonably agreed. You shouldn't see one person always read a whole event and everyone else gives it, because then that means those three people are not on the same standard.
Yep.
You should see inconsistencies where occasionally someone will get a different opinion, but consistently speaking, the
Yep.
group should referee the same,
Yeah.
is how
I
it
agree
should
with
land.
that.
But if you see consistently one person always is harsher or easier, there has been no agreed standard, or if there was an agreed standard going into the meet, it wasn't acted upon.
No.
Whereas and I mean that's them. I don't know how they run their rules. They're referees,
Mm.
but I would expect most referees would sit down with the meet director, and I imagine it would be even more powerful or more of a requirement at an invite meet where there is no rule book, like they say,
Mm.
where they sit down and talk about their interpretations as a group, coming from the meet director down, or whoever's the organizer. If it's not, Marcos is the runner of it,
Yeah.
but maybe
Yeah.
someone under him's running it, whatever. There needs to be that decision where they say, all right, cool. And that can be done many ways. Here's a bunch of videos of the top lifters coming. Here's what their squats look like coming into it. We're going to pass this, not pass that.
Yeah.
Or
That's really good insight. Actually, that's a great thing to do.
that absolutely needs that. And that's what we do.
Mm.
We will, I will discuss with the head of the referees, and then that we will have a conversation leading up to the events, particularly at the bigger ones, on what it's going to look like. And we get to, you know who's coming to you, whether it's local comp or a big
Mm.
comp. It's not hard to fucking troll their Instagrams and see how they squat already. And then you can
I
start having
also,
those discussion points.
that's such a good point though. Like just even putting out weeks in advance, just pick. It doesn't even have to be someone who's competing. Just show
Yep.
a little video like this is what we consider depth. If you're not doing
Yep.
that,
Yep.
don't
Where
be angry. I also wouldn't mind the idea of someone like, and Capo do it really well. Of it may be Mason or Dino, but they
Yep.
just watch. They're constantly watching, and then they'll always give feedback to the refs, or
Yep.
they'll always uphold that standard. So I think having like a governing person, whether it be the
Yep.
meet director, to
Yep.
uphold that standard that agreed upon
Yep.
is vital.
Yep.
But I really like those ideas, bro.
Yeah, I think it's good, and that's I did say to them. I said I challenged that I didn't think there was consistency in refereeing, and I couldn't understand how decisions were made, because best way to put it, I thought a lot of squats were high. That's fine. That's their standard they
Mm.
decided upon or didn't decide upon, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
you would see high ones you would see a squat that was like this, and it passed, and you'd see the next person squat the same, and it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
And that's when you know there hasn't been a discussed point around a standard. Like, there needs to be that. And then
Yeah.
my challenge is, particularly with an invite comp, it's an international event that everybody watches.
Yep.
So if all of a sudden everyone looks down at our best lifters, our best event, and they go, oh man, that's a joke. That's not great refereeing. That stuff that shouldn't really count. That's when it starts getting a bit annoying.
Now that is going to perfect segue into all the shit that blew up after. So obviously we've had the Pro Raw, and then the weekend after, there was that Tasmanian WRPF showdown comp.
Yep. Yep.
And then after, and you know what? I'm going to first say big congrats to Sarah Rainbow. She fucking
Big
broke
total. Number one.
all-time world record total
That's it.
for females ever. I think 775, which is huge.
Huge.
And not, and like I've seen, again, I wasn't there. I've only seen videos.
Yep. Yep.
I thought it was legit.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
I
looked,
saw that squat video. It was definitely from the angles that are provided to the internet to judge upon. I think the ones I've seen, I didn't feel like there was enough of an angle for me to judge it poorly,
yeah,
or even better. No, sorry, there was not an angle where I could have an opinion that would challenge the referees because the
yeah,
angles didn't suit. So it
no,
can't be like, oh, I'll keep this high. Well, the
yeah,
angle didn't suit you to make that decision.
100%.
So you just got
I
back and made it.
Yep, and you know what? It looked legit. Her bench, she scored like bench 177,
Huge.
and then pulled something like 282.5 to break it. So massive
Huge.
congratulations to Sarah, because that is just
Yep.
incredible achievement what you and Gus have done.
Insane.
But
I love it.
post comp, so there were so Brian ET's come out, and a lot of others have come out. Not just her, but she is probably the biggest name out there.
Yep.
Saying, you know, Australian powerlifting is insane at the moment, and managing to get in contact through to Joe Sullivan through some people. What she was meaning was that this difference in standards of reffing from Pro Raw to WRPF in 1 week were completely different. And saying that WRPF was a lot was worse, for lack of a better term. Now, these are not Brian T's words; these are my words that I've interpreted from what I've heard.
Yep.
So again, not Briany's, my words, but
Yep.
fuck me, I can't not agree with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
Again,
I love Joe Whitaker. Love him as a bloke. He's a fucking great person. But mate, that press call he got on his 260 bench, I think he got it before it even touched the chest. It was like the Odell Manuel one when he benched 252 or something. Remember way back when.
Oh god. Yeah.
And again,
beautiful.
I'm judging from a video. I wasn't there, but from when we, as you said before, when we provide these massive events and people from all around the world are watching, our standards should be up here. Our standards
It kills me, bro. I'm passionate about this sport, and that's what we're showing the planet we can do. When these girls and guys are already so fucking strong, just keep them more accountable to the rules, because lifters are smart, right?
Yep.
Coaches are smart. If we go to a meet and we see the standard of refereeing is here, we'll watch it, right? You'll watch it, I'll watch it, and if some stuff's getting away with, we'll say to our lifter, guess what? It looks like it's a bit light on the refs today.
Yeah.
Let's crank it a bit heavier because we don't need to panic. So if that means cutting a squat, knowing you're going to get a quick press call, or a fucking, lockouts on a deadlift, the shoulders are a bit dipped on most lifters, so they're not pinning people for it, you're going to load more weight on the bar and go for it.
Fucking oath. And that's across the board. And so, and look, the backlash or the blow-ups, whatever it is, I think it's fucking warranted. I think a lot of federations need to have a very big discussion about what the standard is, check their rule books, or even
just interpret the rule book better.
Yeah,
right.
Because that's the thing; it's becoming an objective sport with a subjective opinion to that referee. Whereas we got to challenge that and they go, "This is the standard." The only quarrel I have with all this shit blowing up on social media is that there's a lot of opinions from people who've never been the person on the platform or in the judges' sheet. It's judges' seat.
That's a good one. Yeah. You don't really.
It's like
you're an armchair sports fan then. It's like me trying to tell you how to strength and condition the Dolphins, mate, when I got no fucking clue and got nothing to do with it.
But like, to be honest, I still trust you a lot more than other people. But if you've never stepped foot on that platform, if you've never coached in these big comps, if you've never sat in the ref chair, I don't think your opinion's fucking warranted.
Yeah, nor should be listened to.
Nor should be listened, and nor should be publicly posted on
Yeah.
social media. Because guess what? You're
No.
not going to change the thing, mate.
No.
If we want to
You need.
change it, it's you know what? It's up to one,
Mm.
the fucking federations to really have a hard look at themselves. Number one,
Yep.
and number
Yep.
two, coaches out there, coach to a degree that you want to be seen in the fucking lifts.
Yeah, 100%. That's a good one.
Coach your lifter to squat so deep that there is no fucking way a referee can go, that's not depth.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah.
Coach to that high stand. That's how we
Yep.
change the game. That's how we
Mm.
enhance these competitions, and that's across the board. So from twofold, attack it from both ends. Meet directors, come together, hold
Yep.
that standard high.
Yep.
Coaches, coach better.
Yeah.
Just don't
Yeah.
don't allow your lifter to be in any doubt in the referee's mind.
Yeah, 100%. And then probably just don't be afraid to red lights on people. Like, stop letting this person's name or the weight on the bar free make the decisions.
I could not agree more with that statement.
Before the event, we've all heard the rumors and stories of meet directors saying to refs, "Oh, this person's lifting today. Make sure they get through." They're going for something. We've all heard those stories of that happening at bigger events before.
You know what? And I'm going to give a big shout out to one of the, and this was at a ProRaw 10. Do you remember Vlad, the big Russian guy that come out and he squatted 505?
Bigger than the fucking monolith, mate.
He was massive, and he was in line to win it. Missed his first deadlift, went up, missed his second deadlift, got his third deadlift.
Yeah.
But then dropped the bar.
Ah, yes, that's right.
One ref gave him a white. Two other refs who have no fucking what's the word? They weren't fucking scared to give the red. Bombed him. And rightly so.
That's awesome.
And then when they were asked why, he goes, because he didn't follow the rules.
Yeah, he dropped it. You got to
and you know what? That 505 squat didn't count. That 505 squat.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
It was that big blow up because you know what? It doesn't count because he didn't complete the meet. It's like saying the world record counts even though he still bombed after. No, it doesn't.
Right. No, it doesn't. Didn't finish the
comp. That's the standard we should need.
Yeah. We need more of that. More people to back themselves. I mean, like,
that was Gwaine. That was Gwaine. I'll give him.
You've only got to look at like Sheffield IPF comp just gone. Like, that's a pro comp.
Fucking oath it is.
That is what a pro comp is. Like,
yeah.
The venue, the lighting, the presentation on the internet, the live feed, the standard of refereeing that people were held to. Like, you've just got to look at how deep Jesus squats, right? He's a fucking monster of a human in size, I can imagine. He makes the combo rack look like something for ants. And he
literally like the side of my pen.
Sinks it. He sits on the floor. Like, and no one gives a shit about anyone's name there. They're all getting reds if they need them. That's the standard of a pro comp.
And that's why the IPF is still going strong.
Yeah, 100%. Love them or hate them, bro. Their refereeing standard and how they pull. I don't know what they do to do that. I imagine they're organised and professional. Would probably be it.
Thought.
Yeah, with a very clear understanding with the rules for everybody. It's wild. Like, I'm getting a little bit of a taste of one of my girls doing some comps there now, and like she got held very accountable at her last meet. I think she got reds. She got re-racked for a soft unrack walkout of the squat, and got one red for an elbow depth. Love that rule and not love it. It was right. And that was just in a local meet. Like, she got a Nats coming up soon. That's where we're training extra long pauses and real fucking deep squats, because I know they're going to be playing the rules hard there. And that's what you want. You want to see an all-time world record, or world record, national record, whatever it is, even your own personal PB. You want to see it be done with really strict rules.
Yeah, 100%.
Otherwise, we just go do gym lifts and we'll do expert lifting.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, my biggest gripe with my own lifting is that, I've squatted 272 But I watched the video back, and yeah, I got a 2-1 majority, and I'm like, ooh, that could be high.
Yeah, damn.
So
Yeah, yeah.
it just means I have to get really strong again and do it again.
I'm telling you, dude. We're doing Reaper, June 9, just a little hit out with the lads, and then that'll be the launching pad. Single
Today,
lift,
March,
single
April,
lift.
May.
Yeah, it's heaps of time, bro. It's like 8 squat sessions. That's all you need.
I could just do a deadlift.
Yeah, it's fine. Fuck, all of us doing. None of us are strong. Not like compared to what we've done before. Like,
Bro,
it's gonna be
I
fun.
literally just trained for the first time before our potty. I can already feel the DOMs, bro.
Good. I love it. I love it.
No, but I think going back to the pro comps, I thought the standard lifting at pro was really good.
Mm.
I think it can be the best comp in Australia
Yeah, for
if
sure.
they just action on those little things. And I think as a
Yep.
whole, Australian powerlifting is in a very good spot.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
think
very,
as a
very good.
whole, we're in a very, very good spot. We just need to tidy up, cross our T's, dot our I's to
Yeah.
really put our mark on this fucking on a global stage
Mm.
and start
Yep.
attracting those bigger lifters back to those big comps.
Yeah, 100%. And look, one flip side of the coin could be the fact that we're seeing all these keyboard warriors that have no idea about the actual sport, like they're just gym lifting. The fact that they're watching it and that passionate enough to actually write comments is actually is a sign of growth of this sport too, right?
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
that means people are actually into it and watching it that may or may not actually be actually a part of the sport, right? They're not actually doing. They're just going to the gym like, fuck, this thing's about barbells. I'll go watch that.
Yeah,
And then they got no understanding of what it is, but they're still jumping on keyboard warrior. That means I think it is growing the right direction. But like you said, it's a tipping point, right? You keep doing all this dumb shit that pisses everyone off, they'll stop watching it, watch something else, or do something else.
100%. I couldn't agree more.
Ooh, yeah. And then that's it. And your lifters did well.
Oh yeah, like fuck, I forgot all about them. Yeah, we were stoked with it. We were
Ranted about
stoked with
pro
the
training for
fucking.
27 minutes.
I know how good, but I was really happy with the results. Obviously, we had a few. Oh, camera tweak. We had a few good results go our way on the final pool, which was awesome to see. Like really
Mad fun.
play the
Love that shit.
competition, which is always fun.
Love that shit.
So I was stoked. I was really happy with the weekend from a coaching perspective, and as I said, there's plenty more comps out there. If they just don't stop. We had APL the weekend after the States, and now we've got Capo coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yep. You
And then GPC.
Yep.
So fuck me, it's just a busy month ahead.
The machine keeps moving. I think there's a lull in May. Well, I get one anyway.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers
Get
crossed.
a tiny one. Tiny lull, then it's like June it goes again. It's like, June, I got people doing a zero comp.
Right.
And then, fuck, I'm going to do a comp in June. And then, fuck, somewhere around July we have a daughter. And then, fucking not long after that, we got to run, we run a nationals. And then we're fucking slippery slide down to Worlds.
Fucking hell, it just doesn't stop. I can't believe it's end of March, though.
Nah, I warned everyone.
And by the time everyone hears this, it'll be April.
Yeah, I warned everyone. You know that one where everyone goes, 2 weeks, eh? 2 training weeks left. That's it, eh? I was like, yeah, I warned you about this 15 weeks ago.
Yep.
That 2-week mark comes
It'll
quick.
come quick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I want another week. I said, no more weeks.
No more. We can't make time. But real quick change of questions and topic. Obviously, being Easter, have you been enjoying your hot cross buns?
Brewbakers, Albion. Absolutely. You've got to pre-order them. That's the only way you get ownership of these things. Unless there's 1 or 2 floating around. They are the greatest hot cross bun you would ever eat in your life. I've already had them. I've had it with stupidly expensive butter, French butter, as well. I think the fucking things cost me $20 for 6 of them. And if they were $40, I still would have paid it happily. They're extraordinary. Yes, I've been eating hot cross buns since the start of the year, and now I've got my bougie ones to consume over the weekend. Very happy.
I got some from Flour and Chocolate yesterday, and must say,
oh yeah,
again, I would paid $40.
Yeah, and I'll say even Lily Riley changed my life. She told me
What'd she
about the
do?
air fryer for the hot cross bun years ago.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, she told me years
Was she
ago.
the one that told?
Yeah,
Oh,
life
so she
changing.
must
I'll
have
never
told
forget it.
you because you told me.
Yeah, she's the one. She was responsible
Yeah,
for
there you
this,
go.
and I've told many people. And I've
Oh,
claimed it as
bro,
my own too. I've claimed it as my idea.
it's yours. I'll tell it. I
Yeah.
told everyone it was yours because everyone would believe it. You're the air fryer king and the hot cross bun king.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been finding I have hot cross. See, normally when if I ever cook breakfast at home, it's like 3 eggs
Mm.
scrambled, some
Yep.
toast, a little bit of fruit. I've ditched the toast and I just have hot cross buns and my scrambled eggs now.
That's what I did this morning.
It's very
It's the best.
delicious. It's very delicious.
It's a
I'm a
great
huge
time of
fan.
year.
Yeah, I strongly enjoy Easter. And then there's
Fuck
chocolate.
it.